planes or whatever, and oh look, here he is.
Well, we have no
Yeah,
idea
yeah,
what
we
kind
do.
of political structure they have, or what their
True.
power. But like, they said he's under a bunch of people.
Yes,
So this
yes.
small incursion, from if I am to understand the dream, essentially means that it's a test for Spear to climb the ranks, if you will,
Mm.
to ascend in
Sort of.
status.
So, I mean, just rolling ideas around. Technically, if he fails this incursion, then his position is not very stable at that point.
Yeah.
Perhaps he would be willing. Hmm. No. No.
I have a feeling he's not quite as strong as he thinks he is, so I don't know if he would ever make it to the nine either
Hmm.
way. And I know my father, well, I'm quite sure that my father never intended on him being part of the nine.
Hmm.
Me.
Doesn't seem that way. No. But you did mention not wanting to kill him. I'm just saying we could probably use him a bit, manipulate him, maybe offer him power. I don't know. Just food for
Well,
thought, really.
he said if I showed up, he would kill me. So if we are
Right.
there,
But if we showed
we
up
will.
really strong and beat him up,
This is true.
hmm,
So
hmm,
maybe we keep him alive. I don't know what we do with him, but
I'll be right
maybe.
back here.
I could turn him into a mouse. I doubt he'd think that very funny, but I would laugh.
It would be
I would think
interesting.
that very funny. But I do not want to kill. You can kill him. I mean, just my brother. So I think
Right.
killing him for me is wrong.
But you'll be okay if I killed him. I could,
Yes.
in theory, kill him and then bring him back in a more malleable form.
Right. Yes. I mean, bugbears fight other bugbears and kill each other. It's just not family. You know.
That's fair. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Um.
It'd be really ironic if I brought him back and turned him into a puppet.
Ha! That is a good
Like an
amount
actual
of
puppet.
irony.
Like you put your hand
Well,
in there and you.
I could, in theory, do that, yes. I have the means.
Yeah.
You are a strange man.
I am not a man.
He isn't a man. Um. Yeah, it's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard for me to gauge right now because
Mm.
we could. There's a couple of ways we could approach this. We could full brute force, just smash his entire army, yada yada yada.
Which you would probably respond best to, really. Strength.
I think the best way to ensure, well, I'm trying to think of the best way to make them not just retreat, but never come back.
Mm.
I want this to be done with.
What do bugbears fear?
Because, in a
More than
way, this
anything.
nine, this army, they're big. They're very large. They're very powerful. And if we do something wrong, we make them angry, they will come back with more numbers and more force.
True. True.
How far is the sea from here?
You are in the dead center of the continent.
Couldn't be farther.
We could travel to the other side of the continent, amass an army of unicorns. 8 unicorns. So frightening.
Mm.
Unicorns or seahorses?
Seahorses. Yeah, sorry. Just take that back. I said seahorses instead of unicorns.
Mm. I mean, they're quite similar, really. But I could make a bunch of seahorses. That's easy. I could turn a bunch
Don't
of
do it
horses
near
into
me.
Is this like a bugbear fear or a personal fear?
I don't know.
Touche.
I guess it could be personal.
Wrath, fears. There's notes for no particular reason.
Totally.
Uh,
No particular reason at all.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Ever do one of those battle royale things that Critical Role did? Just use the unicorns.
yeah.
Seahorses.
Oh my gosh.
I seriously, dude.
Well, I guess let's come up with plan A, plan B, and maybe a plan C. Just let's start with the first two, though.
I think we're just gotta throw out plans in general. No first or second. We just gotta brainstorm.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, come up with two solid ideas, and then maybe a third or fourth.
Yeah.
Just so
brute
you guys are
force.
aware, it is
Uh-huh.
reaching the 2:30 a.m. mark.
I'll sleep in.
Yeah,
No, as in
This
For the
is
Warforged, it
2
doesn't
a.m.
matter.
is when all the
The best
2 a.m. is
ideas
where all the
happen.
best ideas happen.
yeah.
Or at least so that we think at
And the
2
best
a.m.
jokes.
Yeah.
2 a.m. is when everything is hilarious.
All right. How about
We
let's
got-
see.
Brute force.
Okay, yeah. So we could,
Diplomacy, perhaps.
how would we even approach that?
Well, we show our strength. We're like, this will not get you into the 9, but we could with our power.
I think the 9's kind of
It's
like you gotta know a
clever.
guy kind of thing, you know?
Well, we do
So
this one.
Spear talked
have
about
this.
how he hates magic. So I have a feeling if you do magic, he will hate you.
Well, I can hit stuff with a stick pretty good. So
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if talking persuasion is going to work here. Intimidation, maybe.
well, it doesn't have to be willing diplomacy.
I want
I'm very good at
to trick them.
not willing diplomacy.
I want to trick them. I
Tricks.
want to fool them into believing that the land, the gods, something beyond their understanding or control does not want them here.
Well,
How much natural disaster can you cause, Danko?
quite a lot, actually.
It'd be like a godsend.
All right.
Let's review this spell I have in here called Insect Plague.
That's not that doesn't cover a large area, does it?
It
No.
doesn't.
Okay.
How can it move, though, is the thing. Three
need-
remains for the duration.
I
This
need to
area is
pull
lightly
up my
disturbed.
frickin' character
This
sheet.
area is difficult terrain. No, that was not very big. Maelstrom.
As long as it's not obvious magic from a magic-y person, I think
Well-
it might trick them.
What is the Wrath of
Nature magic isn't necessarily arcane magic. I'm assuming Flight is an arcane magician, whereas Donko here, he uses nature magic, which is
Right.
very much different. So here's my idea. Here's my
Mm.
trick them plan.
I could turn a bunch of trees and rocks into angry creatures called Wrath of Nature. So within 30 feet radius, trees, rocks, plants, anything that's within range of this spell gets up and just starts wailing on them.
That is awesome.
And probably terrifying.
So there's that. We
Yes,
have
yes.
Donko with his storms and his angry plants.
I have, oh man, elementals.
I,
Storms.
on the other
I can just make a
hand-
different blight every day.
with my new dream spell that I've encountered.
Oh yeah, you can make him just really tired all the time, right?
No, I get my spells back every hour. So imagine I go into the city, I get a good look at a bunch of people in the tavern, and I just give half of them nightmares. from a god that is angry that they are here, and then wants them to leave.
I'm liking this plan. I'm gonna circle it and mark it Plan A.
We
I
demoralize
imagine
them.
that there could be, Charles, you could fly up on the back of an eagle, which is Donko, over the clouds, and you could cast like a little light flash, then enhance your voice
I
and be
can
like, "Gold."
I can raise those
I don't know.
people that we killed as zombies and have them walk into the town and say things. Like the end is near, ooh ah.
I don't know if they can talk, can they?
Well, I'm sure with a combination of spells we can make them talk.
But yeah, so we make them. We soup up this plan where we soup up some nature deity or some deity that doesn't want them there. Bad dreams, people getting sick. I don't know. Poison the watering hole.
I mean, they've already met the green god.
Yeah, with the green god.
Perhaps we can
Yes,
get
yes,
them
yes, yes,
involved.
yes. We'll have
They
to.
fight each other.
Yes, but basically, we create some figure, and then we make that figure appear. I make myself look like some eldritch tree deity. Donko, I'm sure you could think of some.
Oh, I could just turn you into an Eldritch tree deity.
You can do that?
I mean, sure. I got
I
stuff.
don't believe you.
I got stuff. Just reading the details of polymorph. Give me a second.
No,
Also
it has to be an
bark
animal.
skin. What I don't know if this affects other people. I'm gonna double check.
We'd all have to play a part in this.
How does he feel towards fireworks or any sort of, fire raining from the sky type of thing?
That's
Yes.
very apocalyptic. Yes.
Speaking of puppets, Castle, how big a puppet you think you could make?
Wait, depends on how you want to animate said puppet.
Exactly.
depends on,
I mean,
Scary, godlike puppet.
okay,
Can
are
I
we
just get
talking
it?
like Titanic sized or what?
Big, yes, big. As big as you could think to make it.
So you want something that could punch the castle?
No, no. I want something that can go, whoa! That's it.
okay.
Oh,
can't-
with like a pulley system?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Nothing
can't
too
turn
complicated.
you
We're not
into a
making.
tree deity.
We're not playing Evangelion here.
I don't know what that means, but I could turn myself into a great tree. Just so you know, a big, angry tree creature, even more tree and more angry than I am.
What?
Just saying.
What
That's
would that
optional.
be?
Guardian of nature.
Oh.
Answer your call and transforms you into a powerful guardian. Transformation lasts until the spell ends, which is up to a minute.
Can I just say,
Mhm.
this is why I love D&D. I had none of these things were anything that came to my mind at all. It's fantastic. I love it.
That's because I want this problem to be solved forever. We don't go there because of the angry tree god.
I mean, unless we kill them, they probably continue doing what they're doing somewhere else.
That's
Raph,
true.
Do you happen to know what their fear to God looks like? And maybe I could, make something, a relic or something that looks like him that we could
Like
animate.
a god we recognize, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a little totem that I like very much, but I don't know. I know anything about bugbear gods?
Make a religion check.
Ooh. Is anyone here proficient in religion?
I think
One.
I am.
One?
Uno.
I'm not proficient. No, but I do have divination.
You have no idea.
Heard.
I don't know.
Because I'm intelligent, I get a porter religion.
Yeah, I've only got a 2.
Okay. I have my divination spell. I've prepared it for today, actually, just in case. But I could learn this answer should we want it. It's
I think that could
expensive.
work. Maybe.
25.
But
25
again,
shinies.
I want to try and
Oh, wait.
let's fine tune the corners of this plan. There's got to be some kinks. So we make a bunch of people in the town, almost everyone we can, paranoid about some greater force that doesn't want them there through a
Basically-
series of dreams.
Yes.
And
Every day, I can send a weird thing into his house. Just
a weird thing.
a giant insect, a million squirrels. I mean,
Okay, so we want to do
this is,
7
this
days
is
of
my
play.
my alley,
Is
right?
what you're
here.
asking
Yeah.
for.
This is Moses right here.
That's what
Moses,
I'm.
These guys. I could just randomly put up walls of stuff, just mess with their heads.
And you turn their water to something else.
I can poison their water. I have that. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Let's see.
Okay, I gotta look at my
Purify.
warlock spells.
Let's see.
Alright, let's see what I can do. Because I bet I can do
Do they-
some weird
Do they
stuff.
fear metal objects?
Probably not. But they use
No,
axes.
they use them to kill people.
Okay, what about metal statues?
Mm.
Wait, I have a question. I have a very this is actually a very important question to Charles.
Yes?
How good are your illusions?
I have the hallucinatory terrain spell.
Well,
Very good.
technically, I can teach myself major image. Major image being an illusion that is so convincing. You can feel, if it were a monster, you could feel its breath on your face and smell what decided it had that morning.
Ooh, if we combine that with hallucinatory terrain, I could make like trees sprout everywhere, and then you could make some really horrifying
Whoa.
creature. Mm.
And the
And
only way
I
to
could also,
know
like,
would be
just
to
make
touch it.
physical.
And who
Even
wants to
just-
touch one of those?
Even this, though, just to make it physical, I can dominate the mind of a beast. And just have it be on the inside, like a bear or something.
Anyway, I'm looking at my big boy spells. 1 second.
Mm.
The reason why I ask is you can animate something large. You could cast something on me, and I actually can fly.
I have
just letting
enlarged.
you know.
I have.
Oh no.
I have enlarged reduced. I can enlarge target size double in all dimensions. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
I can literally, like, we could totally do this where we could do, like, the beholder and me, like, just, like, you know,
Focusing
rain
concentration.
fire from the sky.
Mm. I could have sworn I had something let me poison stuff. I mean, I do have blight and stuff like that, and I do have alchemy stuff, or I could just drop a body in there. I could
So we get
really,
ourselves back at the end of every day, right?
Yes.
yeah.
So we could torment them for several days.
That's what I'm saying. Is we just ruin their week and make them never want to come back. We don't even have to kill a single one of them if we don't want to.
Too late.
I mean, touche.
We did kill quite a bit of them.
We should probably add that into our plan, how we're going to convince them that, their people are being slaughtered for not obeying. I'm trying to think of if there's anything I have that could alter my voice. I guarantee there is, but
I mean, do you have what's the
Thaumaturgy?
wizard version of the thaumaturgy? Thank you. Or prestidigitation, one of the two.
oh, I'm pretty sure I can learn prestidigitation.
Yeah, I think
I can't
thaumaturgy is better for
voice things, yeah.
voice stuff.
Yeah.
I just dumped a bunch of water on my laptop. Oh, lovely.
Mm.
Oh.
So,
That's not great.
yeah,
Okay.
what's the plan?
Spells.
Mm.
Spells.
I'm still going. Give me a sec.
I could create tiny. I can learn tiny servant, and I could just have a bunch of little homunculi like running around between their legs.
I'm thinking we start small, right? Little things, the dreams, weird wildlife acting strangely, kind of build that paranoia, make a lot of them really tired, so that the paranoia sets in better, and then we get crazy with it. Big
I do
bugs, big
I do
storms.
kind of want to kill somebody, you know.
Oh,
That's-
I'm sure we'll
yes.
kill a people or two.
Okay.
Real quick, Wrath,
Mm.
go ahead and make a history check for me.
Six.
Okay.
Hate that.
Okay, I'm going to use. Wait, actually, I don't know if I have any more divination resources.
Yeah, I can't learn thaumaturgy, by the way.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I think it's clerics and.
Oh.
uh,
Oh, it's not a. Yeah.
So to answer your illusion question, Michael, major image, I can create something, an object, a creature, or some other visible phenomenon that is no larger than a 20-foot cube.
pretty
Pretty
big.
big. It's pretty big.
Really?
The image
could put a
appears
dragon in
at a
that.
spot, and you can see within range and lasts for the duration. It seems completely real, including sounds, smells, and temperature appropriate to the thing
Even
depicted.
temperature.
Yes.
Nice.
You can't create sufficient heat or cold to cause damage, a sound loud enough to deal thunder damage, or deafen a creature, or a smell that might sicken a creature. As long as you are...
Wait.
Yeah.
20 feet, though? So you could create a massive... Can you make the image move? Like can the
Yes.
image-
As long as you are within range of the illusion, which is 120 feet, by the way.
Nice.
You can use your action to cause the image to move to any other spot within range. As the image changes location, you can alter its appearance so that its movements appear natural for the image. For example, if you create an image of a creature and move it, you can alter the image so that it appears to be walking. Similarly, you can cause the illusion to make different sounds at different times, even making it carry a conversation, for example. Physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion, because things can pass through it.
No investigation check required or insight or anything?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
As
so
soon as
they have to
touch it,
touch it. They can tell that you can't touch it. So, like, let's say I make an illusion of a ghost. That's kind of vague. But then it says, a creature that uses its action to examine the image can determine that it is an illusion with a successful intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC.
There it is. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So they have to,
Just
like,
for me to know.
they do have to think to do that, technically. They have to, like, really start, like, wait a second.
CR rating can polymorph do.
But if you, like... So, essentially, if you cast it in air above you as, like, a scare tactic type of thing, they're probably going to be frightened at first. Because they're like, what the... Why is that there? And then when they're, like, calmed down and they're like, wait a second, then they would check. Type of thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can do a CR polymorph of anything of my level or the target's level, depending on who I cast it on. So we're level.
Hey, Josh, technical question.
Yes.
When I talk to somebody in their head, does it have to be my voice?
What is
Oh,
what does it say? Real quick.
Let's look.
trying to think of this from a. We need some sort of figure, deity-like in nature, that comes to them every day, and they get plagues if they don't do what he says.
Yeah. Your alien knowledge gives you the ability to touch the minds of other creatures. You can telepathically speak to any creature you can see within 30 feet of you. You don't need to share a language with the creature for it to understand your telepathic utterances, but the creature must be able to understand at least one language.
Right.
So it doesn't say...
It does say telepathically speak.
Yes.
I was thinking that verse, like emotions and images and things like that. So, if the way I see it is, if you can alter your voice, you can probably alter the voice in their head, but probably similarly to how you would alter your voice.
So if I can do an impression, then...
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
otherwise it's mostly me. Got it.
Yep.
Knew I
Probably
should have
need
taken
some
the
sort of-
actor feat.
Either performance or deception check,
Right.
depending on what's going on. But yeah,
Okay.
I could turn myself into a rotted treant. A huge creature. What are those? 15 feet tall?
they're pretty
Huge.
dang big. Yeah, especially the Ents you saw along the road were probably a solid 15, 20 feet tall. If
I
not a
was
little bit
looking
more.
at some warlock spells. I
Oh,
can
what I'm saying is we don't even have to use illusion, Max. I can just turn myself into a huge creature.
That's the thing, but these guys are warriors. If it's something they think they can fight, they're gonna fight it. I want this thing to appear beyond fighting, beyond anything they've ever conceptualized. A god.
Well, if we
Wait,
instill the
don't
fear
you
of
have that
God into them-
beholder thing?
Yeah,
Why don't you just send that in the sky and shoot laser beams along the edge of the forest?
because it's
killable.
it's a ball. It's a ball of meat that they'll shoot at and throw arrows at.
Ooh, what's a nest of horrors?
Usually you shoot arrows with a bow, you don't throw them.
Alright, same deal. Javelins.
Nest of
Like,
horrors.
it
I-
needs
How
to
would a
be
bugbear know
something
that?
they can't fight. Like a ghost, a spirit, the spirit of the forest, an incarnation of the forest
No.
herself.
No. You have
Not a
you
tree.
be- no.
Not a-
you
well, maybe
make
not a
an
tree, I
image
don't-
Of wrath.
Why
What are you
wrath
doing?
though?
You make a image of wrath so they think it's him coming back from the dead, but it's not actually him.
Hmm.
I
I mean, I
think
do like the ghost and undead stuff. We can throw that in also.
So what? Like,
We
so
play into the fact that an illusion is like a spirit, and we do that. So they don't care if they think that it's like, oh, it's an illusion. They think it's a spirit. Arrows go through it.
yeah, that's the thing. I want it to appear as though they can't touch it, but it can touch them.
Yeah.
Absolute helplessness.
Yeah.
So basically, a big illusion, and we shoot things from it from behind. And they're trying to hit the illusion, but the illusion isn't doing the thing, you know.
we can't like shoot fire from something where we aren't.
Not
Makes
unless you're a wizard with a familiar. Wait a second. One of us does have a
Have a
familiar.
familiar. You want with that?
Wait a second. Can you? You're not able to cast spells through it, right?
I don't think so. I
Let me
think that's a
see.
wizard ability specifically.
No, one sec. No, it's a might be a warlock ability. Oh, look at that. Finally, when you cast a spell with a range of touch, your familiar can deliver the spell as if it had cast the spell. Your
Say
familiar...
that one more time.
When you cast a spell with a range of touch, your familiar can deliver the spell as if it had cast the spell.
Elaborate.
General rule?
Is
Or
that
is
a
that
feat?
just
Wait.
warlocks?
No,
Is that a
it
general
says
rule?
it in Find Familiar, the last paragraph.
Hold up.
Oh. I was just curious because I'm like, does
It
my
can't be.
Steel Sentinel count as a... Well, it does say that essentially I can give her my
Your familiar
abilities.
must be within 100 feet of you, and you must use its
What?
reaction.
I didn't read that part. Do you know how
Oh.
many of my spells are touch only? So many.
Wait, so you're telling me that you could fly an owl and it just land on someone's head and boom, they
And they
just turned into something
explode.
else?
Still has to be
Yeah.
within 100 feet of you, though.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's pretty fun.
good distance. We can hide pretty easily. We got lots of invisibility going on.
Yeah, that would get rid of your invisibility though. Even casting
Yeah,
a spell through.
But we can
Wouldn't get rid of your
invisibly
pass
get
without a
in,
trace.
hide.
Listen, we invisible in, hide, pass without a trace, and you become
Actually,
visible
would
for a
pass without
second.
trace concentration. So, but I can
Well,
always
touch
cast
a
it
touch
immediately
spell
after.
wouldn't be concentration, would it?
Polymorph.
Are you
Fine.
willing to lose your owl, too, though? Because they might kill
I
it.
can just get another one.
Another 15 gold down the drain.
I bought extra. I meant
At
another
that, you
you,
hear-
Albert.
You hear Albert go, "What?" And he kind of does the owl turn on his head and look up at you,
Come
and
on.
then kind of hide back in.
You know exactly how this works. You're magic.
I know.
Oh, so many things. There's so many options. We need to narrow it down.
Okay, yeah, we
I
need
could
to...
turn myself into an abominable yeti.
Okay, we're getting a little... We're branching out a bit here. Let's focus. Let's bring it back to
At this point, it's about 3 a.m.
something they can't touch, but can touch them. Obviously, a spirit of the forest. I think that's our best bet. Or maybe not even that. Oh, ooh. You know what spirit we saw recently? Dromar.
He's here, isn't he?
That was his frickin' grave. He'd be pretty upset.
Did they recognize Dromar?
They don't need
Wait,
to.
can you bring him back?
No, we don't want to do that.
I mean, can I?
No, not bring
How do I
him
get
back,
that
bring him
level?
back. No.
He's a
I mean,
spirit.
can you bring his spirit? Yeah, could you bring his spirit out to actually, like, come help us?
Doubt it. But,
Oh,
I mean, like,
well,
if
we
we,
kinda
like, kind of
explained
prayed
that.
to him or something, maybe. I don't know. But, here's what we think. Alright, so they don't know anything about this city. But they know... They have to know general things. They have to know about spirits and gods. So, we send them dreams about Dromar visiting their dreams. Scary. Telling them to leave his burial ground. Leave his resting place or face the consequences. We set up all of these imagery. We set up anything we can about the real Dromar. Eventually, one of them's got to look into it. I'm sure Flight, who is relatively smart, would eventually try to find out whether this Dromar guy is a real deal. Ask maybe some of the villagers.
Oh, I mean.
And then the villagers themselves would be like, oh yeah, he's a god. He's a guy who
Flight
fought
is here
so
right now, though.
good that he became a god.
Is it possible to get Dromar on board? Is he like? You know, we
I
walk
kind of
in like,
doubt
hey,
it,
Dromar,
personally.
what's happening?
Again, I'm assuming that we only have us. But
The details of divination, exactly.
actually, that's a good question. I think I actually do have contact another plane. Hold up a minute. Let's look into that.
Your magic and an offering put you in contact with a god or god's servant. But they're not technically gods, I guess, are they? They're just
All right,
spirits at
Ryan.
this point. Hmm.
Hold on to your pantaloons. Get a load of contact
Oh.
other plane.
Oh, hold on.
You
Go for it.
mentally contact a demigod, the spirit of a long-dead sage, or some other mysterious entity from another plane.
How much does this spell cost?
It's 1 minute and it's free.
Free.
It's verbal though. Like so.
GM over here is like, okay, I didn't realize you guys could contact the heroes world.
Contacting this extraplanar intelligence can strain and or even break your mind. It's already fine. It's already broken. When you cast this spell, make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw. On a failure, you take 6d6 psychic damage and are insane
Jeez.
until you finish a launder. Okay, so there is a cost. It's my mind.
You just have to take a nap. I mean,
While insane, you can't take actions.
Can't
Can't understand what other creatures say. Can't read. You only can speak in gibberish. You better roleplay the heck out of that, Max.
Of course, but a greater restoration spell cast on you ends this effect.
I have that.
Exactly. On a successful save, you can ask the entity up to 5 questions. You must ask your questions before the spell ends. The DM answers each question with 1 word, such as yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, or unclear, if the entity doesn't know the answer to the question. If a 1-word answer would be misleading, the DM might offer a short phrase as an answer.
I like this. I think we should do this first.
So we could do that,
We could try.
learn a bit about Dromar, like see if he could actually help us, if he actually is godlike. I don't know, you know.
I'm gonna have to nap to get greater restoration, just so you know.
Yeah, no worries.
Otherwise, I just have to go with the old physical anesthesia. I just bonk you on the head till you go to sleep.
I'm not expecting a lot of help on Dromar's side here. I don't
But
think.
just whether or not he says yes or no to helping.
I'm expecting he's not
information.
able to help, but you
Oh,
know it's worth a
Josh.
shot.
I fell asleep like a half hour ago.
Just sitting, just
Me, Donko, and Castle are just sitting around, scheming.
just writing down the worst ideas ever.
Like, I only need 6 hours, guys. So.
Have you ever
Look at
seen
me,
Wrath
you're
Afraid of a Squirrel? No? Are you sure? Because he can make a really big squirrel.
A gigantic squirrel.
Or just like grasping at straws with what we have.
Probably about 3:30. You guys had.
All right, we'll go to sleep at that point.
I can prepare.
At
the
this
spells
point,
again
Charles has
tomorrow.
like gone about 5 minutes deep into some plan to like seduce Spear by pretending to be a female bugbear, and he's just like, you know what? We've gone a little too far. I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. As you set your bedroll out, and as the Warforged do
Sit.
whatever you do,
We power down.
power down for the night. Sleep takes, well, each of you quickly, very quickly. Seeing as it's so late. And the night goes on without issue. And the morning comes. You
Okay.
wake up to sounds of movement elsewhere in the cavern. People talking. And then you guys go back to sleep because you need to sleep in. And then you wake up fully. So choose your spells. Go ahead and heal whatever you need.
I don't think I need
I
to
actually
go.
woke up before Wrath.
What was that, Michael?
I would wake up though 30 minutes before Wrath.
That's fair. Okay.
I want to immediately search the camp for anyone who sells or willing to give, one of the two. Whatever
Yeah, I
find
don't think
first.
anyone's getting a business set up here.
Well, I mean, if they have stuff and they want to sell it to me for I need incense in particular or offerings,
Oh, you
Okay.
probably would be able to find
nature-related
that.
incense. So, anyone selling little nature shrines, anything of that nature. Well,
Okay.
of nature.
You ask around, and you find out that basically what they have on them is what they brought. They weren't able to bring, gather anything as they were fleeing. They just kind of picked up what they had and left.
Nobody with like holy
Um,
symbols around their neck or anything.
Amazingly, no, none of them.
Hmm.
None of them do. Um, you do start to think about it, and you probably could find something nature-wise in the woods that might work. Some
Would you say that half a mingle root is worth approximately 25 gold pieces?
probably.
Yeah. Would that count for the spell? Because it consumes an offering related to your religion, which in this instance is nature, and it's half an important nature artifact.
Right. I don't know if you take the time to kind of grind it down and
Process
um,
it.
yeah, kind of process it into a easily flammable substance. Yeah, it probably would work.
Because we already figured that this half a mingle root is like dead, right? It can't.
Seems to be.
Yeah.
It seems
Wait,
to
Um,
be.
Mingle Root is
I don't
is
like
all
that
I
that.
seems
special?
to be.
Wait, it's the special root thing that we found, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I want to waste that
Oh,
on just one divination spell.
um, can I share something with you,
Mm.
Donko? Um, I know how to find many more.
Well, I don't want to kill the forest. It's like a magical nature offering to get like a god to be like, "Hey, what's happening?"
Just like that.
How about this? I do have wood carving tools. Could I make an artisan's object that is approximately 25 gold if I spend the day making it?
If you spend the day making it, probably, yeah.
I mean,
I'll
you
Okay.
give you
are
some
wood.
help.
I would hope you're good with woodworking tools.
It has been a hobby. So I want to spend the day making something that can be consumed by the divination spell.
Sure.
Then
Go ahead real
I
quick
can
and
get
make a dexterity check with proficiency bonus.
sure.
You're proficient in wood cutting tools, right?
No, actually, I'm not proficient. So just
Oh,
dex
I,
just dex then.
or
Or you
yeah.
can have castle help.
yeah, I can help you with that.
You would-
I'm proficient with all tools practically.
How many
No
times can you
advantage on
cast
the roll
Greater
then?
Restoration, by the way?
Once.
Great. So we have essentially 2 shots at this.
I mean, again, I can always just knock you out, and then once you've rested, you'll be better.
I don't like that. Just
How that works.
All right, all right.
just let me be, okay?
Okay, okay. That's a nice 15.
Plus that by 4.
Right. All right, all right.
Nice.
Dude,
Okay.
you gotta ask for the frickin' necklace when you do these kind of things, dude. It's another D4 you could be adding.
So
True, true.
quite easily throughout the day, you go outside, you find a sizable chunk of wood. It's dry and it looks like it came from one of the fallen trees that are outside. You bring it back in, start carving it down. What visage are you carving?
Based off of what I
What are you
know,
carving?
I guess what pantheon are we using? What
Um,
pantheon is Misthaven?
Yeesh.
That's a
Greek.
good
I'll need a
question.
god of nature, basically.
It's kind of a mixture of.
Let's see, 5e of nature.
So what you're telling us, they don't know what their gods are.
No, it's
Sylvanas is pretty common, right?
for goddess of nature. You have read of Chislev.
That.
We have our own pantheon. Oh no.
Oh yeah, Chislov's not on here. Okay, Chislov. What's their their thing? Is it growth? Is it harvest?
Just the goddess of nature.
Just nature, power of
Yeah.
nature. Okay.
And
Say. Can you spell it for me?
Chislev. You have read a little about her, not a whole lot, but she tends to be in the form of, or her tends to take the form of birds or uh,
Probably heard
flying,
about them from the Aarakocra, I'd assume.
yeah, flying entities.
Okay.
This is one definitely the Aarakocra do worship.
Okay.
And
So I probably would have heard it.
normally the symbol, the iconography is that of a feather,
Okay.
a long sinuous feather like that of an eagle.
So Albert came from her, is
Okay.
what we know.
Well, then I want to make like a very long curling feather that wraps around at the end with kind of a very vague wooden face and hair at the top.
I like it. Okay.
Okay. How many hours does that take?
That takes you all day.
All day till. Okay. So
Probably 5 or 6 in the evening. You get the wood in the morning, start to plan it out, and probably 5 or 6 in the evening to complete it to where you feel like it'd be pretty solid.
perfect.
Take me 30 minutes to get him a drawing, by the way.
So,
All right. So I'm prepared for my divination spell whenever you guys are finished with your day.
yeah, what kind of questions do we want to ask Dromar? Literally just, do you have the ability to help us? Like,
would you be willing
You get
to?
5, right?
yeah, we get 5, and I have to ask them within a minute. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
have
didn't even
60
see that.
seconds. Yeah, I know.
Wait, does his answers count against that minute?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
if
shoot.
Dromar takes forever to answer, that's mean.
It does say one word answers.
Unless they'd be misleading. So it'd probably be better if I asked yes or no questions.
Yeah.
So like,
All right. How can we simplify? Will
do you
help
have
us
any-
remove Misthaven invaders? Or is that simple enough?
Well, so that probably takes 2 questions. One is, are you capable of helping us? And then the follow-up question would be, would you be willing to
yes, that's
essentially show yourself to the people there?
like, are you able to? Would you? And like, and if I have some extra time, I can ask, hey, are you a god?
Yeah. Okay. Will you help us remove
So like,
Misthaven's invaders?
can you help us? Will you help us? Would you help us by appearing to people in Misthaven? Please.
The please is very important.
That's me being persuasive.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
you're
right,
writing that. I'm assuming you're gonna ask these questions. Hope you're writing
I
them
just
down.
have them in my head.
Okay.
What are we using to contact him again?
Contact other plane. A very dangerous
So-
spell that I can cast.
The possible insanity.
But I got my good old
So I can try it twice,
one-time
essentially.
restoration.
All right. So if we're all sitting together and we're all in our separate little area, I'm going to attempt to cast it.
Okay.
Wait,
Weirdly
did we want
enough-
to do the puppet thing?
Weirdly enough, the components are verbal only.
I know. I'm looking at that like, really? But I guess there is that one drawback. Okay.
Wait, can you use what's it called, burst of genius or whatever, to assist in this kind of role?
Does it?
This one, saving throw.
It's a saving throw. Oh, okay.
I
What
can
about
give
your
myself a
medallion?
D4 for saving throws,
Nice.
which is
You
nice.
can.
I think I can also boost that with guidance.
No,
Target
Bless.
roll D4 add. Roll to
Bless
add any
would do that.
ability
Would be bless.
choice. Yeah. Any others enhance ability perhaps.
Nah.
Its ability is also
Also just skills.
not saving throws.
Yeah, saving throws are a little. They're a realm of their own. And it's
Wait, I'm curious.
it's crazy
I
that
just
even
wanna
my
make sure.
necklace can help me with it.
All right.
Okay,
You
so
cast it?
Oh,
Yes.
Flash of Genius works because it's ability check or saving throws.
does it say
Does
that
it
really?
Amazing.
It says whenever another creature you see within 30 feet of you makes an ability check or a saving throw, you can add your you can use your reaction to add your intelligence modifier to the roll.
That's insane.
You can do it equal to your intelligence modifier, minimum of once. I have 4 a day. You regain all expenses when you finish a long rest.
Amazing. All right. Let's contact a maybe god.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
You
right.
got all 5
So I
questions?
sit down.
Wait.
I cast it
We
for
had a whole
minute.
day, right? We had a whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we want to do the puppet thing? I just need to know that because if we do, I need to get working on it. If we don't, then I don't.
We can make lots of big stuff with magic, so
I think we're
We should
gonna
be
need to
okay without
focus
that.
more on magic, but
Okay. Did
Draw-
you want fireworks?
fireworks.
sort of
yes.
barrage.
I don't know
Okay,
about
well then-
fireworks. Mirage would be better.
A barrage?
The more it looks like nature, the better, and I don't know how much you can artificially construct nature-like things. Besides
Oh.
Donko.
I could set up a system of crossbow-like things that shoot sticks in the air or something. I don't know.
hail. It is snowing.
It is.
Okay, so you
we're gonna
want
make a barrage
so
of
you
hail.
want so you want a barrage of snowballs. You want like ghosts
Ooh,
throwing snowball people.
I could see
Ice
that.
chunks. Or snowballs with rocks in them.
Yeah, ice
Yeah.
chunks, icicles.
Okay.
Think about it.
Cool.
Don't work on anything yet, but think about it.
Yeah,
Okay,
start
that's-
planning, start planning.
I will be okay. Then during the day, I was essentially trying a bunch of plans like that. Then got it.
Sounds good. Yeah, go for it.
All right. So my questions are going to be first, are you able to influence this plane to help us?
Nice, like the wording.
The material plane to help us. Are you willing to influence the material plane to help us to rid Misthaven of its invaders? That's
You
basically.
should write these down on a document.
I don't
you
want to
literally
write them
have a
down. It's so
document.
wordy. I'm just gonna. Charles doesn't write things. Yeah, he does, but.
Yeah.
He totally does.
I mean, we made a PowerPoint for gosh sakes.
But you want to
Hey,
ask him, will he
hey,
appear
Charles.
to people, to the invaders in the town, and scare them?
Yes, Wrath.
Do I need to be there, or can I go do some hunting so I can have some meat?
Go hunting, man. You got this.
Good.
I'm outie. So, can
anyway.
will you appear as this?
Can you appear
Question 4.
soon, multiple times? We'll see.
Well,
I'll just
that'll be
think of it on the
covered.
spot. All right.
We're really gonna wing it with your insanity on the line.
Yeah. How else would Charles do it?
Oh man, your patron is probably digging this right now.
So,
I know I am.
all right, yeah, I cast it. I sit down and I start speaking, and it's just kind of like double speak a little bit of celestial maybe.
Absolutely.
Oh, I actually understand. Oh no, I
Make
don't.
your
Never mind.
intelligence saving throw.
And I make an intelligence saving throw. Oh
Plus?
no.
4?
+4.
Plus 4.
Wait, even if he rolls maximum, the DC save was what? 15?
15.
I rolled a
So-
4. Plus 2
Plus 4.
is 6. Plus 4 is 10. Plus a D4 doesn't even get me past.
Yeah, there's no way.
Okay.
So
As
Wait,
you-
wait. What did you roll?
a
Six.
4.
Or your D4.
No, I rolled a
Oh, so
4, and +2 is
Oh,
my
+2, I
intelligence
gotcha.
modifier.
Yes.
Right.
And then plus
Even
4
if
to
you're
that, which
max
is 10. Yeah.
And then a D4 would
Oh, no.
only get me up to 14.
So he goes insane.
All right. As you begin to cast this spell, you feel your mind, your essence, your soul reach out, passing through the barriers between the material plane and the outer planes. Before something reaches out and grabs your consciousness, squeezing. You take 25 points of psychic damage.
All right. I was gonna ask, do you want me to roll or you? But you got it.
Oh, I got it.
You got it.
And as you try and pull away, it lets go, and you can feel some sort of like nails scraping against you. And as you come back to yourself, you are not capable of speech, reading, and you only speak gibberish.
Hey, but how about how?
Oh no, it made him stupid.
Hey, but how?
Child,
Stop!
can you understand me?
How?
Hmm.
But
Is
how?
he speaking Celestial or something? I don't know. I don't speak that language. Well, I guess I
His
might
mind
as well
melted.
do the thing. I grab him by the face
Make
and
a
restore him.
dexterity, make a dexterity saving throw and make an attack roll. Charles, make a dexterity saving throw
And I make a
and
grapple.
attack roll.
Oh no.
Isn't that athletics? An athletics check? Or
Can I
You
reduce
can do
that by
athletic,
4?
that's fine.
No, I'm just kidding. Can I take a flash of
Oh,
genius
yes,
from you?
Yeah,
You
so-
think you do your flash
Oh,
genius.
in that 18. So if I'm adding strength, it's 18 total.
Oh, no, wait. But is that an ability check on...
That was an ability check. Yes.
Okay, so
You
I
can
am
create
going to
one.
give Flash of Genius to Donko.
Thank heavens, because Max rolled a 19. So, Charles, you see this creature reach out and try and grab your. You freak out and try and get away, but and he reaches out and you feel everything wash over you. The water, like rain, wash over you.
Charles, are you still speaking stupid?
That was some kind of trip. Let me tell you guys.
Oh.
Holy crap! Please don't touch my face again. That's just weird.
I have to touch you to do the Great Restoration spell. I don't know what to tell you.
Was it
You could have
bad?
done Albert.
You said I don't know if you know what that means.
You sure that was me?
Yes.
Yeah,
You have
that's exactly what you sounded like, Charles. I'll be his witness.
So obviously that didn't work. We tried take 2.
Oh. But just remember, take 2 requires that we knock you unconscious.
Yeah, Wrath, you may need to... Wait, no, Wrath's gone. Crap.
It's not here. It's me.
Dang it, we should have had Wrath.
That moment,
Oh,
I walked
no,
back in with
no,
like
I have
a
this
giant
rolling
elk around
blade
my
spell.
shoulders.
No, I have Risa. Risa's made of metal.
Rita just like
Can't you
chop
just...
in
Here,
the
I
throat.
only need to speak to cast the spell, so why don't you just tie me up real quick?
Oh, good thinking. Time up.
Does he need to make
You're
a
tied up.
dexterity? Or I'm tied up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm willing.
We do this next one near Darkfall, too.
All right.
So that he can just, go to bed.
All right. Take 2
You just have to roll 7 or higher.
to even
Yep.
get a potential. All right, here we go.
That'll do it.
Much better.
As you now back to your own mind, you go, all right, let's try this again. And you once again reach out with your consciousness. And you pass past that barrier, past that wall almost between the inner and outer planes, and your mind reaches instinctively. Let me. Yeah. Okay. Your mind. You passed by. You passed by the spot that whatever it was grabbed your consciousness. Feel it coming, but you dodge out of the way at the last second, and then everything goes white as you can feel a familiar energy, a familiar presence, as you have once before met this entity. Minute starts now. Muted.
Dromar, are you able to influence the material plane?
No.
Oof. Okay. Are you a god?
Unknown.
Are you a demigod?
Unknown.
How's your day?
Great.
All right. Well, I mean, like the first question was a no, so I'm just free to do whatever. I mean, let's see how many seconds I got left.
20, 19.
All right.
The others alive.
Where can we find the Watcher?
The warden, you mean?
The Warden, yeah.
On Unaria. And with that, your connection is severed, and you are shunted back to your body. Tied up, but you have your mind.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, he's speaking. Well, hold on. Let's try it. Charles, can you hear me?
Yes,
I'm still
I
grabbing
can hear
his
you,
face.
Donk. Please, let's.
Okay, okay. He's back, everybody.
So,
I don't untie.
honestly, Charles at this point wouldn't expect to be untied yet. Well, so I got to wherever Dromar is, and I asked, "Are you able to influence the material plane?" And he's like, "No."
Oh, well, that answers all the rest of the questions.
So I
guess.
I had free game. I mean, I was just like, "Hey, are you a god?" And he's like, "I don't know." And I'm like, "Are you a demigod?" And he's like, "Did he say I don't know to that too?"
Yeah.
Dang it. And he's like,
Yep.
"I don't know, dude." And I'm like, "All right, how's your day going?" And he's like, yeah, it's pretty good." And then I got smart, and I asked him, because of the things you've seen, Donko, where we can find the Watcher or the Warden,
Oh,
The warden.
and he said on Unaria.
on Unaria. Unaria, remind me.
Unaria is the planet you're on.
Okay.
Oh,
So he's on the.
oh,
he's
so
on the
he's on
material-
here. He's
He's
here.
on the material plane, so to speak.
So he's
Okay.
not dead, at least.
Well,
Or, if he is
he
dead,
He might be a
spirit.
corpse. Or yeah, a wandering
I mean,
spirit.
like, listen,
But
if
he's
I'm
on-
asking some sort of spiritual after-death entity, where's this guy? He's not gonna tell me, oh, his corpse is here, but he's gonna tell me where the spirit is. You know, at least I would hope. I don't know.
It could be just the corpse. That'd be funnier.
That'd be
Well,
fun.
no, I would think it's wherever the intelligent thought process.
Yeah,
of-
yeah, I guess
Yeah.
the being. I don't know.
Yeah, like where
Okay.
you could go talk to said
Because
someone.
this guy's got a 5 billion mile high perspective. Like he's in the afterlife right now. So I'm assuming he would speak. If he gives me this planet, I'm assuming the other options were not this planet.
Well,
Yeah.
well, the other options were probably wherever Dromar was.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I really don't want to do that again. I really hurt my mind. Almost, I think even more than I hurt when I went into
Pull out my
Wrath's
notebook.
mind.
Please elaborate.
Well, it was mostly on this
On
side.
Yes. Yeah.
Or, like, I'm still tied up, so it's like it was mostly on. Can you untie me?
Yeah. I guess I could untie you.
Subject
And I proceed to
wishes
grill
to
him on
be
which part of his brain
untied.
hurts and why. Okay. Well, I still have my divination spell prepared if we have one more thing we want to know.
That's true.
Like something that we couldn't possibly know otherwise. Like, what does spear fear?
I like that. I like that a lot. Wrath, are you back from hunting yet?
Yeah, he walked in about 2 minutes before you got back from your trip to the other plane.
Was I still tied up?
Yeah.
And
The rats,
Wrath
you
was
walk
probably
into
very
a-
approval.
You walk in for a very weird scene of of Charles with his eyes rolled back into his head, like in full comatose, and him completely tied up. Donko sitting there with his staff raised just in case. Just another Tuesday.
I'll just walk in and be like, eat. I'll just walk
Meat.
away.
Mate.
Awesome.
All right.
You easily take it over to the Axbite brothers, and they're like, "Oh, good," and they cut it up and cook it up and kind of pass it out to everyone. And it's delicious.
So what would we want to know? Like, I guess, like, do we want to know his greatest fear? For the illusion
Well-
we want to do.
Something that it would scare him so bad he has to leave would be awesome.
Not just him,
Well,
everybody.
but yeah, you want everybody. So it's like, what does this like raider group fear the most?
What do they call again? The blood letters?
Blood
Mhm.
letters.
Blood letters. Okay.
Oh, how about this?
Mm.
What superstitions are most prominent among the blood letters in Misthaven?
Okay. I
That's a
well, I
very
prep
specific question, I think.
my offering, get everything set up, and I begin casting divination.
Okay, what?
You know the answer off the top of your head, right, Josh?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Really?
Actually.
Oh, by the way, while he begins the divination, I like motion to Risa to go up behind Charles and like kind of like mess his temples a little bit. To like try and calm him down from that experience.
Oh, your fingers are made of gold. I mean, they're made of steel, but they're made of gold.
It does feel really, really good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask what he said. What superstitions are most prevalent amongst the blood letters within Misthaven?
You start to hear those familiar whispers as you are connecting with something else. Oh, yeah. And it's hard to understand. And then several voices all at one time speak. Magic. Feared.
Yeah. Magic. That makes sense. That makes
The
sense.
voices don't go away, though.
Oh. Mm.
There's one more um, one more phrase starts to be repeated. Death, death, fear of death.
That's very interesting. You'd think...
And then the voices go silent.
The bloodletters fear death and magic more than anything.
Huh. That's so. For a group that professes to be so warlike, so bloodthirsty, you think they wouldn't. But. Huh.
Well, I think my zombie idea is having a lot more pull now.
Probably.
Death incarnate, you know?
And now the idea of bringing Wrath back as guest appearance from back from the dead, because what's more powerful than the guy who conquered the one thing you fear?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you practically, literally did that. We don't know how you came back, Wrath.
That's true. That's true. If they think you're dead, you could have died. As someone that
Yeah, I
makes
did.
stuff that is dead not dead quite often, it's very likely.
They think you're dead. We're dead. We're dead. They're dead. We're dead. Everyone's dead. It's all just a fun game of death.
Let's see. So we dress him up to look bloodied, death. You know, have him come back surrounded by zombies.
Wait, what's up with the zombie?
The dead. And the magic.
Dead magic.
Yes.
Wait.
Dead magic.
No.
Also
I
known
have
as
it.
necromancy.
No. I have it. 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 My circuits.
At this
Are
point, we're
feeling
all
it.
just kind of like sitting around late at night again, drinking like wine. Charles is drinking wine at this point. If he
Okay.
has, he probably has some on his person. And just trying to like spitball ideas.
Castle is like scribbling for like a good solid like 5 minutes, and then I hold it up like a slideshow, and it's like this like giant demented door in the sky, and then he like flips the page, and the door opens, and then he like flings down the page, and there's like Wrath coming out of the door, and then he like flips the page, and then Wrath like descends from the doorway in the sky.
That could, yeah, like coming through a doorway. I mean, with hallucinated terrain, I could make part of the town look like rotten and dead in like the door. That could be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we cast an illusion of a death door in the sky that Wrath comes out of, and I know Fly that I can cast on Wrath and have him float down from the sky.
The problem is, well, I guess there's not a problem. They would just all attack me. I would kill them all. No problem. I like this idea.
But first, I think we should torment them with nature stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
all
thing.
about that.
We need to give them the idea that there's something greater than them. And then, that greater than them thing sends Wrath for some reason. I need to think of a why, though. It needs to be, again, convincing.
I mean, we know that the
Again-
Green God contacted them and helped them, so they know they're aware
Well,
that
we
nature
assume...
and nature magic is prevalent in this town.
True.
They are aware of it at the very least.
I think our best bet is to play the Dromar card with "This is my sleeping place," and somehow work that in with Wrath coming back from the dead.
Wait, I have a question. I have a very important question, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Do they know who Dromar is?
Probably not. But they could probably find
fine,
out, is the thing. Like, Flight probably has ways of learning. And if he goes
Well,
out...
no. Well, like, if Dromar fought against the Bloodletters, like, they were outcasts. Were the heroes the ones who outcast? Like...
That's a really good question, actually.
Yeah.
How many more divinations you got, Donko?
That was, I spent all day preparing for that one.
Oh, okay.
Although, why don't we just dream him into his brain?
Yeah, like, we can, like, let's do the next night, and, like, he can ask him if he knows Dromar. And, like, he can pretend like he's from Death, and, like, oh, yeah, me and him have been hanging out. and he's ready to come back and kick your butt, and he's gonna bring me with him. We like set it up that we're gonna like scare him.
All right, here's what I got.
Mm.
Here's my story. Here's the story. The Bloodletters invade Misthaven. Flight and Spear, I believe they have killed their puppet brother that they were going to use to ascend the ranks.
Mhm.
People in the town and they themselves begin having strange dreams of a spirit figure with an axe that looks like Dramar that keeps telling them to leave. They need to leave. Over and over and over again. Everyone in town, almost everyone in town has a dream like this.
And you give him that side effect that you get from
Of course,
the dream.
yes.
Exhaustion.
Or at least attempt to.
Mhm.
And then, Jomar appears to their dreams again and says, because you did not leave, I will send to you the one thing that will kill you. And it shall be ironic, because it is someone you have killed. I will make it the most humiliating death
Bring
possible.
upon you death itself. Mm-hmm.
Not only will it be a death, it will be a humiliating death.
Mm.
Because you will be killed by your brother Wrath.
A lot of them won't know who he is, so we just keep scaring the
No,
rest
but
of them normally.
But that's like, yeah, the rest of them normally, but I'm talking about Spear and Flight specifically. Maybe Spear specifically. Flight might. I feel like he's smart. I don't want to mess with him too much.
Plan. But can I still send giant bees into the town?
Of course, yeah, totally.
Okay, fantastic.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
Did anybody tell me that Flight was here? I feel like he's not here.
No one said
idea
it.
where Flight is.
Yeah, they haven't said.
Is
I
he in
thought
town or
I
not?
could have
I'm not
sworn I heard when I was talking to one of the like thugs, like they mentioned Flight and that he was there potentially.
He was involved. I don't think he said he was here.
Yeah, you guys haven't heard that he's in town. He could be, or he could not be.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I still feel like this
That's my
death
story.
door with
And
Wrath.
then Wrath
is
appears.
awesome.
Most of them dissipate because they're afraid. We help him kill Spear and Flight, while the rest of them run out of fear. At least, hopefully, most of them. Granted, we might want to have an armies to back us up, just in case things go awful. Like, if we can get this whole thing set up to where most of the town runs away, then we can get the army in, and the army helps us a lot more.
Well, what army?
Well, not army, I guess, but, you know, like, frickin' Misthaven, whatever they can send.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't even need to be a lot, honestly. It could be, like, 10 dudes, for all I care. Just somebody, something, to, like, pick up the scraps of those who didn't believe the facade.
Okay. Yes, this works for me.
Yeah. So that's the grand scheme. So there will be killing, don't you worry, Wrath. We're just going to make it very dramatic.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Alright, well, what do we do now?
Well, I suppose we start with the dreams and the nature stuff.
True. We saw how many faces do you feel, Josh, I've got in my head vaguely from when we scouted of different blood letters I saw.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Or I'll even allow history.
Oh yeah, history. Heck yeah. I'm good at that. That's a 10, so it's a 20.
Wow, you're really good.
Seriously?
Yeah, dude, I've got expertise in history. I specifically took it. I'm an archaeologist, dude.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'd say you probably have a good dozen, maybe, that you can remember,
Okay.
at least vaguely.
That aren't people that we killed, by the way. Like,
Yeah, I
yeah.
kind of figured. Yeah, you noticed several people in the tavern as you guys were walking by, going in and out, as well as several people heading up there towards the castle.
All right. So what we'll need to do is we'll probably need to make another scout trip. Actually, well, Donko, you can prepare scrying, correct?
Didn't I already, perhaps? Where's Scry? 4th level spell, isn't it?
Fifth.
Oh, right there we go. Scrying. I don't have it right now, but I could prepare it tomorrow.
So you can prepare it. All right. So how about instead of having to walk all the way frickin' over there because Charles
I mean,
is lazy.
if I'm gonna do my nature spells, I'm gonna have to be there.
I know, but like first, like just to like so I can actually get some faces. What you could do is you could scry, and then I can do detect thoughts, and
Oh.
look in your head to try to see what you're
I don't
seeing.
think Scry shows specific faces, though.
Does it not?
I mean, I remember
Also, I don't know if detect
multiple
thoughts
times
works that way.
in Critical Role where she's like, "What does everyone else look like?" And Matt's like, "No, you can't know." So,
That's fair. Yeah,
let's see.
that's fair.
Here, a particular creature you choose.
Charles is just trying to be lazy.
Yeah, I
Because
had
he
to
doesn't
know
want to
the
walk all the
creature.
way back.
Instead of targeting a creature, you can target a location that you have seen before.
Yeah. It doesn't specifically say you can't see people that are there.
It
That,
doesn't
again, it's
depend
Matt's
I
interpretation.
guess that was Matt's
Yeah.
interpretation, I guess, yeah. So, I need
And since you've never scried before, you just have
I
to
need a
test
focus
it.
worth at least 1,000 gold pieces, which I do not have.
Okay, yeah, no, we can't do that then.
Yeah.
That's going to take that would require us to go all the way back to frickin' Misthaven.
I also don't have that kind of money, so yeah.
Wait,
I don't either.
how many souls would it take? No, just kidding.
I mean, we do have an artificer. He could technically make one for me, in theory. He has to make something worth 1,000 gold pieces. So that'd take like a month.
That
I'd
takes
assume.
more than a month.
Well, wait, what? Worth 1,000 gold pieces? How
It
much
has to
is
be.
your?
Let's see. Specifically, it
It's too much time.
says a focus worth at least 1,000 gold pieces, such as a crystal ball, a silver mirror, or a font filled with holy water.
It'd be a font filled with the juice of dead dragon.
So we are going to have to walk all the way back, which
Mhm.
sucks, but...
If you like, I can turn you into like a cat, and you can ride on my shoulder
For an hour.
for an hour.
Honestly, that sounds really
Whoa,
nice.
whoa, wait,
I'm just kidding. I
wait.
think
What?
polymorph
What is?
expensive. Oh, no,
you
it's not
trying to
expensive
do?
at all. We're just walking back to Misthaven.
Yeah, so basically we're going to make the trip back to Misthaven so I can literally just get a good look at everybody there. We can set up a secret camp somewhere outside. Is there a way
okay.
we can like set up a long rest point where we're just kind of like invisible? Is there any spell
Yeah,
that allows
rope
us
trick?
to do it? Oh, no, rope trick doesn't last long enough though.
Lasts an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, darn.
That would be cool.
No, wait. None of you have Mordcan's like fortress or whatever.
No, that's a 6th level. That's 7th level.
Oh, you're right.
Liamon's tiny hut, maybe.
Well, that's wizard only.
Yeah, that's wizard only. None of us know that.
Wait, why can't we try and sneak into like Terrong Town? He's on the edge of the city.
We didn't check that place out, did we?
I don't know who you're talking about. I assume from before.
Yeah, he's the
Oh,
halfling friend.
yeah,
Who doesn't
Charles
know?
would know who I'm talking about.
Is he a
He's
halfling
number
or a
4
gnome?
on this map. He's a halfling.
Halfling. Okay.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because normally gnomes tend to be the tinks, but he's the same size, so I don't tell the difference. You know, elf descent versus human descent, really no difference. Which I'm sure Charles is very offended with.
Hey, caster, what's the highest level spell you can cast?
3rd level.
Third?
I can cast up to 3rd level spells, so that's hence I know fly.
You can give me advantage on intelligence saves with Intellect Fortress.
Yes, I can.
There we go. Sorry, just
But I could just give you, I could just give you a flash of genius though, and you're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I'm
so
trying
much
to
better.
find something that could give us some shelter, but I don't think I have anything.
I have a really quick question for the DM though, just to make sure.
What's up?
Arcane Jolt says essentially like when I use a magic weapon attack, I can essentially imbue additional damage into the attack. Does that include my magic guns?
When either you hit a target with a magic weapon attack or your steel defender hits a target, you can channel magical energy to do one of the following effects. Yes.
So my gun can do extra damage.
Yes.
Sweet. Okay, just making sure.
36, and you can only do it equal to the number of times equal to your modifier, your intelligence
Yes,
modifier.
which is 4 a day.
Yep.
Yeah. No, getting intelligence was the best thing I ever did.
I prepared all my spells for the next day for lots of shenanigans, so I'm ready to go.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for the next +2, which happens.
Charles will communicate. Will attempt to communicate with. Oh, don't tell me her name. Is it Riverstone?
Yep.
Oh, I got
Yes,
it right.
Captain
Oh, it makes me
Riverstone.
feel- Captain Riverstone. I will try to communicate with Captain Riverstone, and like basically say, so me and the boys got a plan, but we'd need some potential backup if it would go bad. How soon could you hypothetically get people here, and how many?
It takes a little bit.
I assume. I'm sure the bureaucracy is still debating.
Takes a little bit, but she gets back to you. All right. I'm sorry, I missed what you're saying. You guys are moving in? What's going on?
So we have a plan. We're going to... I'm going to see how well I am at persuading people to leave. Basically, we're going to try and fool them. We have... What was that?
Torment them.
We're going to, over this next few weeks, days, who knows how long, we will be entering their dreams, putting thoughts and bad feelings, bad vibes into their head, and trying eventually to set up this big moment where we reveal some big, basically, they believe Wrath is dead. He kind of knows them. So we're going to kind of... I really badly... I'm explaining this worse than Charles actually would.
Sure.
Basically, we will create such an illusion, trick, if you will, that will convince them all that some greater force wants them all to leave. Now, if this plan doesn't work, and only some of them go, we'll need some people to back us up. Because then we'll just get down to the nitty-gritty.
A few seconds go by, and then you hear in your mind, that plan sounds absolutely terrifying. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the council has voted not to send anybody to Misthaven.
Nobody.
Nobody. We have had several things happen here in the city that require all of our forces. I'm sorry.
Like what? What happened?
A couple of, from what we could tell, just terrorist attacks. Things that, arson, places burning down. We're not sure what's going on, but we need everybody in both the Draskell Guard and the Shield Regiment to keep watch on everything. Sorry, these last couple of days have been a bit of a
Do
nightmare.
you believe the bloodletters have anything to do with this?
I don't know. Might not. From what I know about them, they would be more pressed to send an entire force to take over or kill.
Yeah.
Than...
From what we've gathered, there's no like plans to proceed further northward.
Well, that's good to hear. So it could be them. It could be. We're not sure.
All right.
These have been hectic.
Then we're really gonna have to depend on the trick them to leave plan, because
Yeah,
we're not gonna have anything better.
Let's hope it works.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. We need all the help we can get up here.
I understand, Captain. It is completely understandable.
Yeah, well, good luck with your plan. I'm gonna be away from my office for about a week, so
Where are you
maybe a little
going?
bit less. We're just gonna be patrolling the outer estates.
Well, be careful.
Of course. I'm always careful.
All right. You have a good day, or good night,
You-
I should say.
You too. And she disconnects the call.
Okay, we're on our own here, fellas.
Yeah.
How many men here do we think could reasonably back us up in a fight?
If you want to ask, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask.
Okay. It's nearing. It's dark out, but everyone's
So-
kind of.
To get a feel for this area, is it all like everybody's kind of in one area, or there's this like general like community room, or is everyone mostly
if-
spread out and not gathered together?
If you remember the layout of the, right, there is a river or a stream coming out of the cave.
It's like Cragmaw Cave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Off to the right is where the kind of the community eating area has been established.
Okay.
And then above that is kind of where a lot of the couple of rooms over there. You guys have kind of commandeered the room in the back as your guys'.
Okay.
But you can find people pretty easily. You actually go into the common area, and people are finishing up their dinner, their food.
Is the General Protector there, or the
Yeah, Lord Protector's there. Matthias is there, as well
Okay.
as Gorvis Oxbite.
I'd go up to the Lord Protector and say, we would like to discuss the Sentinel's plan for taking back Misthaven with you.
Taking back.
Yes.
Not gonna lie, I've been almost. No, can't lose hope. What is your plan?
We're going to trick them. It's not going to
Solid
be
plan.
viable for us to go in with brute force, so we're going to have to outwit them.
Well, that makes sense, yes. And Gorvis kind of chimes in. How are you planning on doing this?
Well, thankfully, you're looking, and I'll prestidigitate some, like, I don't know, magic. You're looking at a very relatively experienced warlock here. What I can do is I can enter the dreams of people. I would say, throughout the night, I could probably enter about 16 people's dreams if I stayed up all night doing it. Basically, 8 hours straight of me doing that. In these dreams, I can portent, I can influence, I can do whatever I want. I can give, and people will remember it. They will believe it is a dream.
Inception, if you will.
We are going to create some form of deity. I was thinking Dromar. Impersonate him. Say that they need to leave his holy ground.
Corvus kind of nods. The Wilder would be a good choice, I think. I don't know how religious these bloodletters are, but it might work.
What I think is that it's not religion, it's convincibility. There is a few smart eggs in the dumb batch. And these smart eggs, they can know where to look. And if I give them some bullcrap deity with some bullcrap backstory, they're gonna investigate and find out it's bullcrap. But if I give them something real, something that is actually a deity, that if they, oh, hey, is this real? These people are having dreams from this god? Oh, this is a real god. That...
Oh, we could also
It's scarier.
influence the villagers who are left and, send them good dreams of Dromar, and then the gossip would spread around the camp.
Exactly.
Matthias nods. I like that one too. There's a couple of, if they're still alive, a couple of really influential people that we can target. I think.
Okay.
They might
Good.
be able to help kind of spread whatever hope.
Yes. This illusion comes four-pronged. First prong is me and my illusions, my dream entering, my mind influencing. Heck, while we were there, I pretended to be some random tree spirit, angry at one of them, and convinced them to tell me a bunch of things just by communicating through their mind. That is the first prong. The second prong is our druid friend here. He has the ability to conjure large assortments of natural phenomenon. Trees that come out of their roots and attack. Pestilence.
Oh, yes, and trees.
Bugs. Storms. Bad weather. Many things. That could be another form of trickery, of building up this illusion that they are going to be... They are upsetting something greater than themselves. And then we have our castle friend here. We're eventually planning on doing a big reveal at the end. All of this build up and build up and build up to a big reveal where we try to scare them all away. Just make them all run, peeing their pants. Castle has offered to be able to build us a puppet of some kind. Combined with my illusory magic, we could create something that would be convincing, while at the same time physical. And then to top it all off, we have our ace up our sleeve, our good friend Wrath. Wrath and his brothers believe Wrath is dead. Wrath here, obviously, is not dead. And from what we've gathered, these they fear two things. They fear magic and death. And if we basically get Wrath to come down on a silver platter, blessed by the Wilder himself, to come down and kill them all, that's pretty great. And I think
my favorite part.
it's a setup basically to allow us to get into a big fight with hopefully most of them running away. Well, we don't know how many would run away, but I'm sure a good chunk, hopefully, if we're convincing enough, a good chunk of them. And that would just leave some key people who maybe aren't superstitious for some reason, or who just want to fight or die trying, who knows. But it gives us a better chance.
Matthias looks at Gorvis and they both nod. And Gorvis says, "Well, you're gonna need some sort of backup if everything goes south. My brothers and I are here for you."
Good.
That'd be perfect. How many men here do you think would be able to actually come out and wait for a signal to come fight?
The Lord Protector shakes his head. I only have 3 members of the Silver Guard left.
Okay.
To be fair, if things do go south and you all don't make it, I kind of want with us, the rest of us, Darog and Bloodbane, but I don't know. We'll have to leave it to them.
I think we'll have to announce the plan, perhaps in full detail, just as I gave it to you. This is the second time I've completely explained the plan. So, Josh, if we can just assume I say I explain the plan.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
We can gather everyone together. I explain the plan, and
Easy
then
enough.
we ask for volunteers.
Easy enough. Yeah, they all kind of make their way into this main chamber. Tarog and one of the members of the Silver Guard are aiding Bloodbane, who is missing his leg. But they all come in. You explain it. The dwarf, the female dwarf who you guys had met before, she looks around. Well, hey, I don't know about everyone else, but I would much rather make sure these people here are. It would be nice to have our homes back, though. I'll come with you. TM and Quip will need to stay here to guard these. But I'll come with you.
That's very fair. Thank you.
She nods her head, and Matthias then goes, "All right, that is."
So we have the
Good
3
plan.
Silver Guard, and then how many of the Axbite brothers?
So
Only 2 Silver Guard, because one's missing a leg, right?
one Silver Guard is coming.
1 Silver Guard.
Bloodbane is the tavern keep that.
Oh.
And he's missing a leg. He
Bronzy.
can't come.
He's missing a leg. Yeah. Tarog looks around. I would also really like to find my sons. I'm sure they're okay. I can come, and I'm not sure how handy I'll be. I can come and help. Maybe I can give some sort of credence. Some
I feel like if you're as smart as Castle says you are, you'll be able to help him plenty with whatever big surprise we come out with at the end.
I could definitely do that.
I think
He
that would be wonderful.
looks at Castle and nods. You want some help, Castle?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
Matthias nods. Well, the plan is set. When do you plan to leave?
Probably
On
tomorrow.
the morrow, yes.
There's not much we need to pack.
Yep.
I'm assuming there's not much left for you to pack, so.
As long as we have our food, we're actually planning. I was thinking of making our way up to Feyheim.
I believe
about
that
a
would be
week.
wise.
I wanted to see how you guys were doing and everything. Do you think we should go right now?
We lost you there. What was that?
Sorry. Do you think we should leave and head to Feyheim when you guys leave?
I think that would be wise, yes.
Okay. Hopefully we don't meet any issues on the road, but I think Team and Quip can help with that.
Wait, I think I missed something. Who's going to Feyheim?
Everybody.
So
That
Lord
is
Protector,
all
coming
the
with us.
survivors.
Yeah.
the Lord Protector, Bloodbane, and then the 2 other Silver Guard, Team and Quip.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Clovis looks at his brothers. We are here for you. Let us know what we can do.
Okay.
How many volunteers did we get in the end?
3 plus Officer Bloodkin is the dwarf female, and then Tarog is going to assist Castle.
So the Silver Guard,
1 silver guard.
1 silver guard, Terog, and 3 Axebite brothers.
Yep, Gorvis, Grunyar, and Bounder.
Okay.
Very
5
solid.
guys. Dang. All right.
But that's all that's left here.
Yeah. All right. Man, that still sucks. Let's see.
So,
Donko,
Mm.
if you were to send an animal messenger to the druids, how fast would it get there?
The druids?
The Zalek.
Oh. 1 moment.
Because even if we could get 1 or 2, 1, 2, even, it doesn't matter. As many as we can get.
I can cover 50 miles per 24 hours.
So it would probably take 4 or 5, maybe 6 days for it to get there.
So that's out of the range of animal messenger, is what you're saying.
I mean, it'd take a week for then just the messenger to get there. Really that long? Wow. How long did it take us to get down here? I've forgotten.
From Feyheim, 10 days.
I
Zaleks
see.
are about 4 days down. 4 or 5 days.
I guess that's another thing. We want to we should establish a timeline. How soon do we want to have the big reveal happen? How long do we want to draw out the build
I
up?
think we should torment them for weeks. But a week or 2 would probably suffice.
I think perhaps a week, 2 weeks would be a good amount of time for build up.
2 weeks.
Yes.
I like 2 weeks.
2
I
weeks.
might get bored.
I know. Well, that's the thing. We can still do some things. We can still ambush some patrols. Bloodily destroyed patrols is just more bad
Ooh,
portents.
And I can like druid craft plants in them and make it look like wildness killed them.
I like that.
Yes.
I could sign their bodies with charcoal.
Yes.
They'd be like, "Oh, wrath."
That's another thing. We wouldn't really need to hide you if we're planning on revealing you as not dead. Whispers of you being alive or as a ghost would be great.
I could make him. What's the word? Incorporeal?
I could give you the hat of
I have
disguise,
I have
and you
gaseous
could disguise yourself as a ghostly form of yourself.
I could literally make him into a cloudly wrath.
Or perhaps every night at sunset, I could stand at the edge of the city in front of the setting sun with my cloak. Stand there.
I'm sure they'd catch the pattern eventually and try to ambush you.
Okay.
But if he's a cloud, they can't hit him. Doesn't matter.
That's fair, yeah. But I mean, gaseous
Gaseous
form
form.
just makes you a cloud. It doesn't make you a cloud that looks like a person, right?
It doesn't really specify.
I'd say you could
It
take
says
whatever
into a
form you want.
misty cloud, yeah. Target can enter and occupy the space of another creature. Creepy.
I'm assuming you're Googling some Jeremy Crawford answers right now.
Me? No. I would say that he could probably take whatever form he wants.
Okay. Then
that-
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot.
And it lasts for an hour.
So you could, for 1 or maybe half an hour, 15 minutes to get there, 15 minutes to leave.
You just hover there ominously, and they come at you, and you're like, I'm a ghost, and then disappear.
That would be very interesting. All right. So, we head out.
We head out.
We start doing 2 weeks of torment. The 2 weeks of torment. I like that alliteration a bit. The 2 times, the 2. We'll workshop it. The fortnight of fear.
All right. I'll take
That's
it.
it.
So, the next day, you and your newly found entourage set out for Misthaven. Day passes, you make it there. How would you like to proceed? Where would you like to find shelter?
So there was a house outside of town.
Yeah, so Tarog's house. Let's see, is that occupied?
Tarog's house is to the south of town.
Okay.
Just a little ways outside. There's a kind of a compound area.
Is
Tarog
anybody a spellcaster? Is Tarog a spellcaster?
He's
Half-caster.
Because if he can cast invisibility, anything to help. But
Yes.
under
How
the
would you guys- I was gonna ask. Everyone, go ahead and make a stealth check as you're trying to sneak around town.
okay.
How many people can pass that at
Well,
trace cover again?
since there's a lot of us, I'd assume we wouldn't be going like into town. We'd literally be going like
All the way around.
all the way around as much as
Yeah.
we can. I mean, still stealth check, obviously, but
Yes.
just being clear about that.
I can do.
And I'm assuming you do pass without a trace, Ryan.
Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you.
Yep.
Can be everybody.
For an hour.
So
Wait, does Risa have to make a stealth check too? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, she does. All
Okay,
everyone give me-
flash her.
25 total for me.
All right. Totals for everybody?
We're adding 10, right? With pass without a trace.
Plus 10. Yep.
27.
Same for me.
Oh, sorry, no.
Even
My
higher.
bad. 32.
32.
That mine's 32.
Cool. 32. Max to 30. Yeah. Okay.
Kyle's
Risa's is
34.
23.
Reese's is 23. And then, my brain just went dead. Donko, what'd you get?
It was like 25. I already moved the die.
Okay.
But
It's all good. Oh, let me. Sounds perfect. Everyone is very very sneaky, especially now. It's getting to the light, the end of that day of traveling. You find your way in the oh gosh, what's it called? In the dusk. Find your way over to Tarog's house. Tarog, as you get closer, it's just right there. Looks like there's a light on inside, so I'm gonna go see what's
oh,
going
worry
on.
not. I'll send my owl companion first.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna flutter over, get a gander.
He sees as he flies, kind of lands on the outer windowsill. He looks in, and the glass is a little smudged, but he does see two smaller figures huddled by the fire.
2 small figures, you said?
Yep.
Okay. I'll relay that then. 2 little ones.
Oh, those are probably my sons.
Oh,
Good,
that's
they
good.
survived. We can probably bunker down here for the night, and we can see how things go from there. How does that sound?
Yes. That would work. That'd work.
Okay, and so he leads you into the house, and as he gently opens the door, you can see the two figures turn around and look fear in their eyes before they recognize their father and the rest, well, most of the rest of you. And they They hug as they're reunited, and it's a smaller building. There are two rooms. One room is a workshop. The other is, um, but he's able to put whatever bedding out that he can and put you guys up for the night.
Good.
And as you sleep,
I have,
you
just so you know, Albert fly around perimeter basically during the night. He'll just sleep through the day.
sounds good.
Risa keeps an eye on the windows, by the way.
Okay. The night goes by without issue. No, you guys weren't followed and weren't seen entering into this home. And as the morning comes, each of you is relatively well rested, although you're not sure which Gorvis or which Axbite brother is worse than Wrath. So,
Wait,
yeah.
I've missed a lot of that. Worse. What?
Oh, you're not sure which Axbite brother it was, but they snored worse than Wrath all night long.
Nice.
So, as the morning comes, this fortnight of fear begins. I think we're going to end there tonight.
Amazing.
Well, that was 2.5 hours of planning.
I mean, it's
It's gonna
like,
be good though.
I
good
know.
plan.
I'm not
Good
saying
plan.
anything bad or anything. I just think it's funny.
I know. I'm just like, there's no way we can head on force this. We got to be smart about it. And I'm like, this is the only way I see it working out in our favor is if this works.
Well, we'll have to see.
Yeah. And I think it's very important. What was that?
The alternative is essentially we get captured, and then they try and figure out if Wrath really is dead or not, and then question how did they, like, I mean, worst case scenario, they're like, divine intervention on Wrath, something's up.
I think this is the only plan where we are in control of what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We, like, I mean, besides storming the front.
Which is not a good idea.
No.
I mean, I'm sure we have some massive spells that could just, like, take down the front of the town on top of them. But, probably not a good idea.
We want a lot of the town intact.
Yeah, because, like, they're like, if they think it's just people fighting them, then
They'll
they
fight
could
back.
just get more people. If they think it's a god fighting them,
Probably
that's a
back
little
up.
more difficult.
Well,
Also, here's the best part. Even if it works, and then they find out that it was fake, it's more of an embarrassment to Spear than anything. That's the beauty of it. Even if it, like, they find out afterwards that it was all a farce, it's such... They'd probably rather just pretend that it was real than admit that some short stack half-elf outwitted them. And a wooden man and a metal man and somebody who they thought was dead outwitted them.
Yeah.
Two robots, a
pretty
ghost, and a
exciting.
foreigner walk into a bar.
always best of the worst jokes right there. Well, we'll find out how everything goes next week. I've got a bit to figure out and plan, but it's gonna be fun.
Sweet.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
So, have a good night, guys. We'll
See ya.
talk to you later.
Yep.
You guys
See y'all.
Enjoy.